Greetings, programs, and welcome to episode 2 of TKSax Talks Mechwarrior Online. Today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite subject, Mech Packs. Back when the skill tree was announced at MechCon, PGI followed up that announcement with saying that they were going to redo the way Mech Packs were sold. So there was a little bit of a break. In fact, there wasn't a Mech Pack in, I think, March because they were redoing the way Mech Packs were sold. So the first new Mech Pack came out, and that was the Civil War Mech Pack. So we're going to talk about the differences between the new Mech Pack and the old Mech Packs. And I do want to say off the top, I don't have a problem with PGI selling Mech Packs. Yeah, I've picked on them in the past, and it's kind of a running joke in the community, but really, if people keep buying them, PGI should keep selling them. It's a good way for them to make income. So let's head on over and take a look at those new Mech Packs. So here's the page for the first new Mech Pack, the Civil War Mech Pack. This Mech Pack offers 4 mechs, 2 for the Inner Seer, 2 for the clans. I don't think this is what people were thinking they were going to get when Russ said we were going to have new Mech Packs. I think they were thinking that, hey, you know what? We're going to get one of a Mech Packs that have 1 mech in it. Not 3 chassis, but just 1 mech. We don't need 3 chassis anymore. But instead, we basically got the old Mech Packs. We used to get Mech Packs like this all the time, where there was 4 mechs, each mech with 3 variants. And then now they've started doing the add-on variants. So actually what it seems like they've really done is combine the old Mech Packs with the single variant Mech Packs they used to do that came with the add-ons and created these new Mech Packs. The problem is they're not as good a value. You don't get premium time on the standard anymore. It doesn't come. You do get it on the collector's edition, but it's not banked anymore. And I actually think it's less premium time on the collector edition. I don't remember 100%. So the new Mech Packs are a combination of basically the old single chassis Mech Packs that came with extra variants, which of course you can buy down here, and a hero, combined with the old Mech Packs ideas of, hey, multiple variants released at the same time. And this isn't, I don't think people were expecting. I don't need to buy 3 variants, so why would I buy any of these mechs? That's what a lot of people I hear are saying. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be people who are collectors, and they probably would want Mech Packs like this. There's nothing saying you couldn't offer a single chassis. In fact, just include the special one. Like, you could buy 4 mechs, each of the special ones, and that's a price. And then you still have these packages, too, for other people. It's kind of the best of both worlds. The other thing that I don't like about the Mech Packs, especially now with the Civil War escalation thing, is we're really getting back into the release date stretching way far out for the Mech Packs. In fact, someone on Reddit really detailed it very well. They actually talked about how it escalated from the Kodiak to the Roughneck to now, where we're into 288 days between the C-Bill release of the Night Star and when it's actually given to the people who pre-order it. Now, I understand that people like to have a little bit of exclusivity, and it probably helps sell their Mech Packs, but there's a couple problems with these long dates. The Wave 1 Clan Pack was pay to win. I mean, I know people get upset when I say that, but it was temporarily pay to win. The Timberwolf, Direwolf, and Stormcrow were so much better than anything in the other game. And the other problem is it leads to people thinking that PGI nerfs the mechs before they come out with C-bills. And I think part of the problem is this long release time between when it's released to the people who pre-ordered it and then the C-bill release. By the time they get their data to adjust it, it seems to always come right around the time it's about to come out for C-bills. I actually don't think they do it on purpose. I just think it's the way it works. And so this 288 days is crazy. I've always been a proponent of, you know what, you release it like you used to. And when I say that, back in the closed open betas days, I remember the Victor specifically. The Victor was released for MC first, and then 2 weeks later it was out for C-bills. I think they should do that all the time. Now, maybe people might complain, maybe that's not enough exclusivity. All right, fine. You release a mech in the first week of June, for example, and then it comes out for C-bills this first week of July. That's a full month. And you avoid any kind of real pay-to-win issues, and also any issues with people thinking, hey, you're nerfing a mech because now it's out for C-bills. And I would like to say thank you to SLL Ranger for putting all this information together. Go on over to Reddit and check it out yourself. The dates are pretty startling, and like I said, this 288 days was eye-opening to me, but even this, 197 days, 203 days for the Mad Cat Mark II, they're really setting a bad precedence here. The other thing I've had people say is, hey, you know, this pricing is not as bad as wargaming with ships. Well, yeah, ships are expensive. I mean, $30 for a single ship yeah, that's kind of expensive. I mean, these carriers and battleships, they get very expensive. I play World of Warships. I don't buy premium ships. I just don't. But premium ships are more like hero mechs in MWO, so you can't really say they're the same. And saying that warships World of Wargaming does it worse is not a great defense. I think their pricing is crazy too. And look, but people pay it. I mean, that's the other problem. People buy them anyway, so they make money off us. They're going to keep selling it like that. So the other thing I want to talk about is the economy in Mechwarrior Online, and not the economy in game, but the economy for PGI. I think PGI should have more options for stuff like premium time. We don't have any real microtransactions in the game. No, I take that back. We do decals. I'm sorry, decals. Decals were great. They priced them right. They are, you buy them, you bone them for all your mechs. They did decals right as compared to something like camo, which just seems to be way out of crazy when you have to pay for a chassis camo that's quite expensive in MC for what you're getting versus the single shot camos, which are a little bit better value, but I still think they're too expensive. Colors too. I think their color pricing is all out of whack. If people aren't always going to buy Mech Packs, they need to develop another source of income. I think they should offer more times of premium time. So right now we have 7:30 and different days. I'm going to go back over and use Warships as an example. World of Warships here and their premium time has a whole bunch of different options. As you see, all the way down to 1 and 3 days. Now, as you can tell, buying a single day of premium time is not as good a deal as buying 7 days of premium time. The difference is, and I do this in Warships all the time, I may only have a day where I can sit down and play and make use of premium time. So I throw Wargaming $1.50 for a day of premium time. Sometimes I do 3 days. Also, the other thing that Wargaming does a really great job of is they offer these captain bundles on the weekends, which are 3 days of premium time, some MC, or I'm sorry, they don't call it MC, the balloons in the game, and I think some even in-game currency. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I buy those all the time because a lot of times there's a weekend where my family might be out of town. I'll buy a 3-day, what they call a captain's pack. Oh, sometimes it comes with their flags, which give you boost in games. And I play that, and that's a great value. I do that all the time. That way I don't have to worry about buying these big numbers of premium time and letting them go to waste because, I don't have time to play Warships 7 days a week. I play Mechwarrior Online. This is my side game. I would love to see more options than just what we have here. Granted, they do run some good sales, and you get some good deals on a year's worth of premium time. But if you're not someone who plays this game like a lot of us do, if you play it casually, and I don't mean casual level, but casually every now and then, you don't need a year of premium time. That's just a waste of money because you're not getting the value out of it. So in the end, I would hope PGA will go back to offering premium time for the 20 thing. I'd really like to see them truly redo the Mech Pack and give us a new one. I still think an idea of, selling one with the special edition, one of each of these. This is, of course, the new reinforcement pack. It followed the same pattern. It didn't change. These aren't new Mech Packs. They really are just recycling them. So I'd like to see a true new Mech Pack that fits the actual skill tree that we have now. Like I said before, we don't need 3 variants. So let's get me a truly new Mech Pack that has some real new options. And I think they would be a lot more popular. So anyway, this video is a little shorter than the last one. I appreciate you checking it out. And as always, I will see you guys out on the game grid.